And good morning! It's day 15. We are trying to cross America with $0, trusting strangers to gift us everything we need to survive. We are currently in West Glacier, Montana. Last night we stayed with Petra in the Glacier Highland Motel.
So, ladies and gentlemen, essentially this is just a debrief of yesterday. I remember you raised the concern of, are we still living in the parameters of this gift economy?
And I think by receiving the money, yes, we were. But the intention we held in the way to use the money, to me, didn't align quite so much of like then accumulating wealth to then go and spend on something.
But then it was like quite unclear because at that point the ticket officer knew that we wanted a ticket.
Yeah.
And so he was very clear that this money was to put towards the ticket.
Yeah.
So it was quite hard then, I think, to step that fine line of like, is this a gift or is this an exchange?
Yeah. I think for him it was clear that it was a bit of an act in a way. And maybe to some extent the more honest truth of the matter was like we were buying a ticket. We were giving him that money in the hope to receive a train ticket.
We would have both been disappointed if we had gifted the money and not received a ticket.
Yeah, I think we have to fly back.
Start again, day zero.
Back from New York, day zero again, try again. There's also something in me which is a more blurry line, but about reframing it in my head. That I realised that we accumulated all these lovely gifts of these little pieces of paper, these dollar notes that people gave us throughout the day. And they all gave us with this heartfelt intention wanting to support us. So I saw that as kind of pure gift culture in a way. And then we don't want to use money, we don't need it, we don't want it. And so we had to give it away, and we also wanted a ticket. So I saw those, you could see that as a double gift. The man gave us two great opportunities. One is to get rid of all those notes that we didn't want, and he also gave us a ticket. So he gave us two gifts.
That's the way we were sort of trying to justify it to ourselves a little bit. And I think going forward, we'll be more clear to, not step out of those sort of rules of the game. Okay, good?
Alright, homie G. We're going for a bike ride.
Excuse me, I have a very unusual question that might be a bit confusing. We're travelling across the United States on a gift economy challenge, which means we're surviving only by gifts.
Okay.
Only giving gifts and receiving gifts, no exchanges.
Okay.
Which means that we can't buy anything, but we're quite hungry. I wonder if you'd be happy to gift any food.
Okay. Veggie burritos? Veggie burritos?
That sounds amazing.
Wow, what a lovely vegetarian. This is such a great place.
We want to
pass through Colorado on the way. Really? Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, wow. In Colorado?
Yeah, it's not Denver, it's Colorado Springs, but it's
Colorado Springs. Should we head there next?
If you ever find yourself in West Virginia, we can take you whitewater rafting. That's what we do as well.
No way.
Yeah.
Where is West Virginia?
It's East Coast.
Oh, damn.
So,
We were there.
New York, yeah.
Yeah, we were there like a week ago.
Burritos!
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Veggie burritos.
It was a pleasure meeting you guys.
Yeah. Guys.
Have a great rest of your trip. Be safe.
Firstly, I wanted to thank you. And also out of gratitude, I wanted to check, like, do you want any money?
No.
To support your business to keep going, to buy more ingredients?
You're fine. You were all good.
Because this is the gift culture that we're wanting. It's like, I receive a gift, and then I want to check if you want the gift. Do you need any money?
Your
Do you...
gift is your present. So,
Yeah. That's too good of an answer.
What?
They didn't even want any money. But I thought everyone wants money. I thought I was the only one who doesn't like money. Maybe they don't like money too.
Cool. More people than you realise.
Maybe a world of pirate monks is possible. Maybe eventually everyone won't care about money. They just care about human connection and gifts.
Yeah, maybe.
Ahoy! Howdy!
This looks like the rafting place.
How to begin? Basically, we are on a crazy adventure across the whole United States of America, and I'm wondering whether there's any way that you could support us with this wild idea.
If you want to try, you can talk to some of the guys out there. So my lead guide is out there.
And they're allowed to make that kind of decision, or it's like it would have to be your
I can
money?
make that.
Okay.
You can't, but lead rafter John. Okay, so if we speak to John and he's on board with our adventure and he wants to help, then that's okay for you.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what John says. Hey, excuse me, you must be John.
Yeah, what's up?
We were directed to you from the desk because we have a crazy wild question, and feel free to say no.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the thing, the crazy request.
That's a big question. We'd have to think about how that might work. I guess yeah, we got a lot of trip cleanup at the end of the trip to do. We gotta like clean the booties. We gotta put away PFDs. We gotta do stuff like that. So maybe we can make a trade. Does that sound like be fair? You give us a little help with the guides.
Yeah.
Get the trip cleaned up afterwards.
Yeah. The cool thing is, like in theory, the principle of our journey is no exchanges, like not using money and not using any form of exchange, just like gifting our work and gifting things to receive.
Yeah.
But, so normally I would have been like, oh, we can't do an exchange, that's against the rules of our game. But the thing is, we love working, and we're today thinking like, oh, is there any way we can do work to help people? So in a way, you're actually offering two gifts there. One is the gift potentially of a ride, and one is the gift of doing work. So in my mind, that's just two gifts, not an exchange.
Okay.
Sounds good if you're happy with that.
Let me see what we can do about it.
Okay, so he said he's going to think about it. We're going to go for a little cycle. Gives us time to see the river. Keep exploring. Woo, and it's recording our audio as well.
Oh,
How beautiful is this?
wow. It's amazing. Little update.
Little update. So we asked the manager and he said no. But a guy named Ty said maybe. So we might go tomorrow. Essentially.
Essentially, in short, yeah.
Yeah. So today we're gonna explore.
Explore, maybe even go to the lake.
Maybe go to the lake.
We got time.
Tomorrow, if he doesn't get off till 3, we could
got
even do
the
the Sun
morning.
Road in the morning.
Shuttle. In the
Shuttle.
morning, shuttle, or even go somewhere with Petra.
I feel like there's so much stuff we
so
can
many
do.
options. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And this is just the beginning. We've just been
Yeah.
a few hours just hanging around,
Yeah.
exploring options.
It's so nice for me being in a park, like out of the city, and just even just that tiny little cycle we did just then. So beautiful.
Yeah, let's explore some more nature.
Yeah.
So don't you cry for the lost.
Smile for the living.
Get what you need and
You
give what you're given.
Life's for the living.
So live it.
Oh, you're
Or
better off.
dead.
Da, 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 da. Howdy.
Oh wow. Look at this road. Oh my god.
Are you kidding? It's bloody beautiful. I can get the drone up.
Yeah.
Okay, we are en route to
Find a grizzly bear.
to find a grizzly bear. Do you sing? Okay, what can you sing for me?
Okay, I got this.
We can sing your song first just to make you feel more comfortable.
Yeah, what song will we sing?
Let's sing
3, 2, 1. Oh, misty eye of the mountain below. Watching over
Sing me a song of a lass that is gone. Say, could that lass be I? Mary a soul, she sailed on a day over the sea to sky.
You got such a beautiful voice. Yeah, we're on our way we have an appointment with a bear, but the thing is we don't have bear spray. Is that bad?
Good luck then.
If we see a bear and we don't have bear spray, are we in trouble?
We'll be fine. You look like nice fellow.
Yeah. We'll just be friendly with it. And if we need to, we can just spray some bear spray like on. You just put it on the neck and things.
Oh yeah, good luck.
Just classic tourist things.
Yeah.
Aw, thank you so much, guys.
Oh, thank you.
We're set. Eating our bread. We need fuel to see the bear, so we can run faster.
And I suddenly thought, actually, going in with bear spray, it's probably not very trusting act. I think the bear wouldn't like that.
Yeah, true.
I think like going in like empty-handed is like we come in peace.
What do you guys think about going with no bear spray?
I'm starting to wonder if this is a bad idea. No, come on.
No, guys, they're so enthusiastic. As we climbed the mountain, the views just got more and more spectacular. Okay, we just tied the bikes up, and we've got probably an hour or so until it gets dark, so Mission: find the grizzly bear. You saw a grizzly bear?
Yeah, it was right over the other side of the mountain.
So that's an hour there and back.
Yeah, it's like 1.3 miles.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, good luck.
Wow. An incredible view. Ah, I love this stuff. Okay, people have seen him.
We might find him. Can we have that stick just in case?
Good luck.
Yeah.
Really want it?
Yeah, actually.
Is that gonna do anything against the bear?
No, I don't think it's going to give you a shot.
It
makes you feel better.
Yeah, false sense of security.
Thanks, guys. Everyone's seeing the bear.
He kept lifting up rocks and licking the bottom of them like eating worms, I guess.
Let's go, let's go, let's go! You're on a mission, boy. Wow. Where to from here? Keep going down that trail a little bit. Or if we could listen, maybe. How you feeling?
Impressed.
So cool for me that like America has this, like so much. I don't know, we've been here for 15 days and already we've seen like so many different kind of ecosystems. Dry and this. Pretty cool country.
Where are you, bear?
Where you at, bear? He's supposed to meet us here, but he's obviously late.
And maybe he's got caught up doing something else.
And we've got probably less than an hour until it's dark, so.
We've got a long way down the mountain. Unless we
That's
get
okay.
to one of those refuge stops and just
someone
like chat to
can hitch
people
a
and see if
ride,
we can put the bikes in the back of a...
Alright, I guess we slowly make our way back.
Yeah,
And hopefully
and
Bear can catch us
Bear will
up.
catch us up and just say hello on the way out, but otherwise, settle for this.
Talk to these three guys up on the mountain, and they're going to give us a lift in their pickup truck. Thanks, guys. No problem.
I love to feel love, but under further reflection, seems I've been running in the wrong direction. Oh, hell to the yeah! This is a bit risky.
Yeah! What an adventure,
what
eh?
a day.
What a great day. What did you say?
I said that.
No, yeah, I know, but you're asking. The question is.
Oh, I was saying, would you like any money?
No.
Are you sure?
It would just feel.
We can't use it.
would just
It
feel
would feel
wrong.
strange.
It would feel wrong. Donate it or do something. Maybe donate it.
Yeah, we'll just keep it until we find someone who needs it, right?
Exactly.
But the whole point is we don't want to keep it for too long. Because then it just feels like we're like storing.
Carrying.
It's like, nah, we want to travel without money. So we've got this like dollars that we just want to like
Okay.
get rid of as soon as possible. But
Or if you really meet somebody and you realize they need something, buy something for them and give it.
that's against the rules
That's
of our game.
against the rules. You
Because if
cannot
we're
buy
buying,
something
we're doing
for
an
somebody.
exchange. And the whole thing is, gift economy is like not about exchanges. Like
Okay.
buying is like trading one thing for another thing. And the whole point of gifts is we want to receive things by gifts and give gifts.
But if you buy a meal for somebody,
Yeah, it's a really nice idea, and in the rules of this game, like it's lovely to buy a meal for someone, but in the rules of the game, as we buy the meal, we're doing an exchange. We're swapping money for food, and then we're giving the food. So,
But what you could do then is just give the money and then they can buy the meal.
Sure, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like fine line.
it is a fine line.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
But I have this feeling that like life is impressed by clear discipline. If I'm like, yeah, it's okay, but it maybe you're gonna. If I'm like, no, we only use gifts, then life rearranges itself to make it work for us. Yeah, like if I was like, don't want to use money, but then sometimes we're like, yeah, okay, we could buy one thing and stuff. Then it's like, nah.
But the thing we bought, like we are giving you like some of the stuff we have, and we bought those stuff.
Yeah.
And you're
Exactly.
accepting
It's
those
like a
gifts
second party.
that are a part of an exchange. And so I exchange something. So it's not okay for you to do that to another person, but it's okay for me to do that for you.
Yeah,
So you're
sure.
gonna accept it when I do that. So maybe I bought some power bars for you and gave you some power bars,
Yeah, right.
and you're okay with that. You're not allowed to do that, but other
Exactly.
people are allowed to do that for you.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's hypocritic.
No, because everyone chooses the rules of their game, no?
Okay.
It's like me saying it's okay for, I don't know, like I want to, I don't know, there's like, trying to think of an example. It's kind of crazy. It's like, yeah, I want to meditate every morning for 10 minutes. Not everyone else has to. Like, I don't think everything has to be the same for everything. Everyone chooses how they want to live. And I choose that at the moment that I want to live by gifts. And so I'm grateful to receive gifts. I'm very happy to give gifts. And what happens behind the scenes is not my concern.
But what is a gift for you then? What's a gift?
A gift is something given without an expectation of something back. It's not giving to receive, but it's just giving for the joy of giving.
Yeah, of course. And if you buy a meal for another human being, it's not like you're expecting something in return.
Yeah, no. So I mean, I'm just. What I mean is that the moment of buying it, that is an exchange.
But it's confusing a little bit.
No. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm not trying to like.
No, I like to discuss. It helps me get more clear and it helps me see other perspectives. So I'm grateful you asked questions.
Yeah. But just like I feel like we created money as like a mutual language, sort of in a way. Just like make it easier to exchange things. Okay, we have like this same exact currency, so we're not exchanging like potatoes for bananas. So we have money, so we can exchange like more easier.
Yeah.
Right. So it's I'm not sure why are you so against about what's there behind. I'm trying to figure it out. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody had to like put some hard work into like picking up bananas we are gonna buy and have for breakfast.
Yeah.
So like buying them, it's like valuing that hard work. In an ideal world, who knows what that money doesn't go to people who pick bananas for sure.
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah,
maybe not.
I wasn't sure if that was a question or just.
It was a question. I'm trying.
What was the question?
Yeah.
Because you were making a comment on the value of money.
So we were. How would the world look like if everybody were living like you were living?
Good question. I have no idea because we can't actually experiment with that. So that's the honest truth. But I can speculate. I can guess. And my guess is very hypothetical and maybe very idealistic. I consider myself quite idealistic. Like, I imagine the most beautiful world I can possibly imagine, and then I try and live like that. So maybe that's a bit utopian or a bit idealistic, but that's how I like to play life. And my ideal world in my dreams is like, wow, imagine a world without money in which nothing is about exchanges, but just everyone gives what they can give and receives what they need. And there's no need for like trading and checking what's the right value and who does more and like fairness. To me, I don't want a world about fairness and about trading and about like measuring quantities of value, but just like where we all just can trust each other and give and share everything. To me, this is very idealistic, but this is why I try and put this into practice. And I'm not perfect, and maybe no one is, but I imagine that in an ideal world, if everyone were trusting each other and sharing everything and not trying to hoard and keep for themselves, then I imagine a world without money could work beautifully, could work wonderfully. I think money and trading is needed when we don't trust each other on a big global scale.
So what about the jobs and the tasks that like nobody really wants to do? Because when you have money, then that's like an incentive. Then if you pay somebody enough money, then they'll do a job that most people wouldn't want to do. Like, what would you do in that situation?
Two questions come to my mind there.
Yeah.
One is, why do we want people to do the things that they do? Like,
if there's value in it being done, like, I don't know, cleaning the streets, for example.
Yeah.
Or maybe really dangerous jobs, like deep sea wreckage, I don't know, jobs that have a lot of risk.
And my immediate thought is like, do we want people to do those jobs and hate it?
No.
So then can we either find a way that they can do it and enjoy it and feel safe or appreciate it or whatever, or can we find a way that job isn't needed?
But if it is needed...
So maybe then we're talking too big picture abstract about the world, so maybe let's zoom in on some little example. What's a job that you don't like to do?
Let's say sewage.
Yeah, sewage cleaning.
Okay. So, and firstly I want to say I don't have a clear answer, I'm just exploring right now, but I'm just trying to imagine. Let's imagine that job suddenly was not paid, or no jobs were paid. Everyone just does what they feel they want to do to contribute towards humanity. And I do believe that everyone on a deeper level has this need to contribute. That's how we've evolved. And so let's imagine that it was not paid, like the sewage or cleaning the streets. Then what would happen? Do you think maybe no one would do it, and then the streets would just get like super messy and dirty? And then maybe through that happening, there would somehow become either a lot of joy or just a lot of need or a lot of appreciation for the work. And suddenly it's like people do what feels like it needs doing. Like, maybe let's do a much smaller example, because trying to think about society is quite big for my head. But like a household, we're living in a house together. if we're maybe paying one person in the house to clean the toilet or something, that's one way of doing it. And maybe they hate cleaning the toilet, but they're like, yeah, at least I get money to do it. If we were doing a world without money, then maybe for a while no one would clean it, and then suddenly it would get horrible and dirty, and then maybe suddenly we'd see the value of cleaning the toilet. And maybe money is a way of hiding the true value of something, like, actually, wow, these people are cleaning the streets, and like, what a gift, wow. Maybe if we didn't have money, maybe we'd have to actually fucking appreciate people for the jobs that they do, like, wow, thank you for going down into the sewers and doing it. Wow, I can't believe you did. And then maybe they'd feel so appreciated that they're serving humanity, and I know that we all love to serve, and maybe they'd be celebrated instead of like, yeah, he's paid, so shut up and do your job, which is often how like street cleaners are treated, and cleaners in general in society are treated, and all these like dirty jobs and dangerous jobs are treated like shit a lot of the time. Like, oh, you know,
so they would become maybe more like hero jobs.
Maybe, yeah. And maybe people would see the value of like, wow, when these people stop working, do you see how dirty the streets get? And then the heroes come back and they do it. And like, wow, maybe people would love to do it. And if they didn't, this is one theory I have, and if they didn't, this didn't work. No one started to love to do it. No one appreciated it. Well then, I guess the streets should get dirty, because this is how we're living, right? We're putting a lot of mess out and no one wants to clean it. Great that it gets dirty. We see the impacts of our lifestyle.
Yeah, but there would be a point with some things where you need to fix, otherwise the system would break down.
Then we'll learn, right? Well, we'll change the system. Like, I see it as just pure honesty come bubbling to the surface, whereas money kind of hides truth.
But it feels like first it has to be like chaotic in a way.
Maybe.
For our awareness to like.
Maybe, yeah. And sometimes I think we have to burn through the flames of seeing the truth. I think money's really good at hiding truth. Like, when I buy something, I don't have to appreciate anyone. Like, cool, I just give money, so you better give me my food. Whereas if I don't buy it, I'm like, wow, actually, where did this come from? This is beautiful. Like, someone's grown this and someone's prepared this. Wow, and now I want to give back to humanity or to this person. So, whereas if I buy it, it's like, yeah, well, I deserve it because I paid. So again, just acknowledging that this is all me being idealistic. And the real world is like, yeah, we do need money in the world the way the world is right now. If we didn't need it, it wouldn't be there. So I do appreciate that the world is the way it is for a reason. And I'm just being a bit idealistic. And so I'm experimenting. And maybe I won't live like this my whole life. But at the moment, I'm experimenting with like, wow, is this way possible for me and maybe for others? I don't know. My dad told me a story that there was a doctor in the town. He grew up in Florence, a city in Italy. And he said there was a doctor in the city who would never take payment. He was like a proper medical doctor who, when someone was having trouble in their home, like they were in traditional Italy, you don't go to the doctors, the doctor comes to you. So maybe someone had an injury or they were sick or something, they'd call this doctor and he would come to their home and he would take care of them and he would help and do all that he could to help. And then maybe he'd have a meal with the family or something if he was hungry, or I think something like this. And then he was helping so many people around the city that people together bought him a home, I think, or maybe he just stayed at different people's houses. And so he had shelter sorted, and he had meals whenever he'd go and help people, and he was just living a joyful life of loving, taking care of people. And then when he died, the whole city was like, wow, this man was like serving the whole city, and he never took a single penny of payment, and he was just so loved and appreciated, and he was loving his life. And I had this thought of like, maybe many jobs could do a moneyless equivalent. I wonder.
Yeah, it's almost like we as a society are like afraid to like trust other human beings, so we rely on money. But we trust money more than other humans.
Yeah, right. Like it's scary to trust.
It's scary to trust.
Yeah, I did an
How
experiment.
did we get there? And like, how did we get to that point? You know, it's scary to trust other people.
Exactly.
It's
How
scary
did we
to
get
trust.
there? I don't know. And maybe that's how the world is, and maybe that's because this is how the world is. Then we need money. But if the world was more trusting, then maybe we wouldn't need, right? So,
which is why it's a trust experiment.
Exactly. And this is what I've done many trust experiments. This is one trust experiment. But like another little one was like, I was living in a community in Sweden. Like a community meaning like an eco-village where they were running yoga festivals and meditation festivals. It's like a center. And I was living there and they had it was nothing to do with money, but they had a schedule where everyone, to be in the community, like by law of the community, you have to write your name on the schedule to do one of the cleaning jobs that no one wants to do. So there's this schedule and it's like clean the toilets, I don't know, deal with this. All the jobs that everyone hates, you have to every week put your name in one of these slots. Otherwise, you're not allowed in the community. And I didn't like this at all because everyone did put their name in and hated it. They were like, begrudgingly, they put their name in and they're like, oh, fucking hell, I had to clean the toilets this week. And I was like, no one's enjoying these tasks.
Yeah, we're equally not enjoying
We're equally not enjoying it. Let's find a better way. Everyone's just hating and then they're like, oh, I can't believe we have to do this later. So I came up with an alternative solution. Is I put up a new one, and I said from now on, because I was like leading the volunteers, I was like a leadership role, and I said from now on you don't have to put your name in there. Don't worry. And then people say, yeah, but what if the jobs don't get done? No, don't worry. If the jobs don't get done, either they don't get done, or if I have the energy to, I will do all of them. I put myself forward. I said, because I love having a clean community. This is a deep value for me. I will do all of the ones in the week if I have to. And if I can't, I'm too tired, the job won't get done. But you don't have to do it anymore. And this went on for a few days. People were like freaking out about it. Like, the community is just going to go to shit, like mess everywhere, dirt. And for a few days it did get a little bit like that, and I was doing as much as I could, like trying to fill in all the gaps. And then people, out of care for me and out of care for the community and hygiene, started putting their names on, but they didn't do it anymore with the feeling like, oh, I have to put my name on, I hate it. They put their names on really joyfully, because they were like, wow, now I see how useful this is, and I choose to put my name on with a sense of choice. And I'm helping Elia, who's getting overworked by doing all this, and I'm helping the community to be clean, and I want to clean the place, and everyone was starting loving it. And then eventually everyone put their name on the sheet for the next week and the next week. It's the same as last week, but everyone's doing it by choice. And everyone's loving it. And I just transformed it.
That's great.
A little trust experiment.
Yeah.
And people were like, no, you can't do it, it's risky. This is a really important schedule. Everyone has to do it. And I was like, no. I make a blank one.
Yeah. That's great. If you guys enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on what happens tomorrow. I'll see you in the morning.
Well, yeah, without a backup plan, you're forced to make something happen.
Right, exactly. Crazy shit happens when you put yourself on the line.